How are you all doing, chaps? How are you all doing today? Hope everything is well with you. Because everything is well with me, and hey. So anyway, we're giving a little update on the beautiful kit from Tamiya, a nice old kit from Tamiya, the M48A3 Patton. Like I said, it's a Tamiya kit. It's an old one. It's kit number 35120. And if you remember, in the last update, I was kind of halfway through the construction. So at this point, I have the construction finished. A couple of little things that I've done to it myself. The odd thing I've changed around as opposed to what the instructions tell you, and with a little bit of advice from a few people, I've changed one or two things. Okay, so without any further ado, let's go onto the bench. We'll have a look, and kind of a closer look at the where I've got to, shall we say, the constructed kit without being painted or anything like that, and then we'll discuss what's to be done further down the line. Okay. Right, so here we are with the construction done, and like I said, one or two little slight modifications. The main noticeable modification, shall we say, is the 50 cal is gone from the little cupola there. Something I did notice in videos. I was saying to myself, where's that? I said, basically there it is there. They remounted it on the top because they found they had problems in firing it from inside. But I was going to work ahead and leave it there anyway. And it was Mr. Ennis Anderson, one of my subscribers, who said that they basically removed it and put it up there because of problems with it. So I said, excellent. I said, you know, we shall do that, and we shall proceed, and we'll take it off. So I snipped it off and kind of filled it up the little hole a bit there to make it look as if it's been removed out and put up on top. Other modifications is just position of stowage. I just kind of changed around some of the position of some of the stowage and changed it around slightly. That's about it, really. What have I done to it myself? I'll just take this off because it is a habit of falling off, and I'll explain that to you in a few minutes. Right, what have I done to it myself? We're after giving it the usual two, just put this so it's easier to see. I've given it the two guitar string aerials, okay, and I've used picture hanging wire for the tow cable, as you can see when that zooms in there. When that zooms in there, there you go. Yeah, you have to shout at it, kind of thing. As you can see, that looks much better as cable, because it is cable, you know, it is wire, and it's much better than the bit of rope that they give you. That is really just it. Now I do have one more piece to put on. There's a bit of rubber to go on, rubber tubing to go on. It goes on from here onto that. I just haven't put it on yet because for the painting stage I'll be putting it on after that. Construction of this kit, it fell together. It really did. Now there was lots of little fiddly things, but they were enjoyable to do, and I had no problems with them whatsoever. Locator marks were all in place, and everything just seemed to just fit in nicely. It really did. Bits that I have painted, I've painted the searchlight that goes into the front of it, and like I said, I've the cover of it. I'm not going to glue the cover on until after it's painted, purely because I want to be able to remove the bit of masking tape, because what I've done is I got the glass, and I put a bit of Tamiya tape over the glass, right? I don't know if that will see it or not now. There we go. That's a little bit of plastic they give you for the glass, and I just covered it in Tamiya tape. And I got the Tamiya tape side, there we go, there we are, out. Popped it into place. And what I'll do is I put a tiny little drop of white glue on that, just to kind of keep it, to hold it. Put that on there, that. Then spray it and everything else, and then pop it off again and remove that, and then I can, the edges of the light and all that will be grand. So that was just a little one little thing that I've done to it. The tracks were absolutely beautiful. They really are nice. Look at them, you know. And if you want to broom it, you can vroom, and all the wheels will go around and all that kind of stuff. This is all just dry fitted, because I'll be popping all the wheels off, and the rollers and all that kind of stuff. They'll all be popped off for painting. But I just said I'd show it all together in the construction phase, shall we say. Right, the figures. It came with two figures. It came with a commander and a driver. The figures, I'd say 90% done. They just have to be the weathered in thing and all that kind of stuff. The Agrax shade that I give the skin, it gives it a bit of a tone. Fills in the eyes, so you don't really have to go painting eyes and things like that. And there we go. There's our driver. He's nicely done. And there's our commander figure. Okay. Now he does look kind of weird in it, but sure, what the hell. We'll stick him in anyway. So the base coats are done on those, right? Again, brown for his boots. I used what did I use? Olive drab, and for the flak jacket there, his bulletproof flak jacket, I used NATO green. Keslav flesh from Citadel for the skin, and that is basically it. That is all I've done with these guys. Okay, so I'm going to use Agrax Earthshade, and it brings out all the creases and this, that and the other. It does a lovely job. You'll see that on my next video for the weathering series on the little Panzer II. This one is on figures, so that the figures for that set are at that point as well, because I didn't do them all together. So the next step now for this little or should I say, it's not little, it's a fine big tank. Stick this on, there we go. Next step for this is, of course, the painting. So what am I going to do with the painting first? I am going to sort of do a step-by-step on the painting, without actually you watching me painting every inch of it. Like I did with the paint on the little Panzer II, where I did the hairspray chipping method, and I just showed you a bit. This is how this is done. This is why this is done. This is why it's done, and all that kind of thing. I'm going to go down a different line with this one. And with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it an overall black coat, and then highlight different areas with white. So it's the black and white shading technique. Alright. Then what you do is you paint the whole lot green. Now for this I'm going to use the NATO green, because it's a nice light green, but still good military colour, and it's just that the olive drab I just find is a little bit too dark for what I want to do to this. Right? With the black and white shading, it just gives it kind of light and dark, and a bit of aging without too much aging, if you can get what I'm trying to say here. So we'll go for the black and white technique, and that we'll get it all done up. And on this one then, for chipping, we're going to use the sponge. Like I was going to use it on the other one, but I said no, I'll leave it for this one, because this will be sort of add-on chipping, and we'll be doing the paint on little spots of chipping on that, and then the decals and things. So that's where we're going to go with the M48 Patton. So that's about it for this update, lads. Not much, but the construction is done, as you see, and we know what we're going to do for the rest of it. This is just going to be a kind of a standalone one. I'm going to be using my generic display board for this one, and we leave it at that. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and don't forget to give it the like. Give it the old thumbs up. I do like the thumbs up, and I appreciate them, and I do appreciate everybody that takes the time out of their busy day and their busy schedule to comment, and even just to watch and things like that. So if you've watched it and you enjoyed it, you don't have to sort of write a comment and go, "Oh, that was lovely, John," or whatever. Just give it the old thumbs up, and I count them up, and I say to myself, yeah, I'm doing a good job. I'm happy with what I'm doing. So don't forget, go out and buy yourself a kit, lads. Build it and enjoy it. Isn't that what I always say? So I'll catch you up in the next one, lads. In the next one I should have the black and white done, and we'll discuss then, bit by bit, what we'll do for the next one. Okay, catch you up in the next one, lads. Stay safe. This is John, signing off.